Welcome to the Force of 13's Australia Oceania channel, where the tropical weather scene is developing with two systems on the radar, one to or within close proximity of Christmas Island, and a developing a low pressure system to the south of Papua New Guinea. Currently on the screen is a 99S, and whilst the Bureau of Meteorology has downgraded this system, it's still around the 1000 HPA mark. This is the latest from the Bureau of Meteorology's Perth office via their tropical cyclone 3-day outlook for the western region. Issued at 14:10 on Wednesday. A tropical low at 9 AM WST lies near 17.2 south, 116.5 east, about 410 kilometres north-northwest of Port Hedland, and it will move south to southeast towards the Pilbara coast today and Thursday. It is not expected to reach tropical cyclone intensity before it crosses the Pilbara coast on Thursday. However, scattered thunderstorms may occur mainly on the southern and eastern periphery today and Thursday. During Friday, Saturday, the system will weaken as it moves southeast over land. As at 2 PM WST on Wednesday, severe weather warning is currently in place for heavy rainfall in parts of the Pilbara. Now we have a look at the system around the Christmas Island region. A tropical low is developing along the monsoon trough near 10 south, 98 east, northeast of Cocos Islands. The low is expected to develop further on Thursday and Friday with an increased risk of becoming a tropical cyclone during Thursday and Friday. However, it should move towards the southeast over open waters away from Cocos Islands and not impact the islands. The system should then weaken over the weekend, and for today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the Bureau of Meteorology has its percentages of development at the moderate level. Severe weather warning updated at 11:03 PM. Local time remains current, and the Bureau will update it at 7 AM, 5 AM local time. Tropical low to the north of the Pilbara and associated trough is affecting central parts of the Pilbara at 10:50 PM. Radar imagery showed a band of rain continuing to fall throughout the warning area. Although, as stated, the low is not expected to develop, it is likely to produce heavy rainfall through the central Pilbara as it moves south over the next 24 to 48 hours. Heavy rainfall may lead to flash flooding is possible throughout the region as the low approaches the coast. Squally thunderstorms also risk through the warning area during Wednesday evening and this morning. Locations which may be affected include Karratha, Port Hedland, Pardew, Roadhouse, Roeburn, Wim Creek and Wickham. Now we'll have a look at 99S and looking at the latest floaters from the NOAA. If it was further offshore from the WA coast, it might have had a better chance of development. The sea surface temperature is a non-issue, especially close to the WA coast. Very healthy, 30 to 32 Celsius. Now one can ask, why didn't 99S become a TC? We know it was too close to the coastline. The Bureau of Meteorology, in one of its previous tropical cyclone 3-day outlook, it did mention that if the system had slowed down, the percentages would have increased for the system's deepening. However, one's got to look at the 850 MB vorticity. You can see 99S, and I think the Cocos Island one is 90S. And you can also see the low to the south of the Western Australia coast. That one was actually north of Perth. Now, wind shear. Very unhealthy. Look at the area in red, which is high wind shear. The values 30, 40, right up to 60. So with the western region, over there the Indian Ocean, we could possibly have a tropical cyclone on the weekend, but stay tuned to Force 13 on for updated information on that region. Now we switch across to the Coral Sea Eastern region. The Bureau's tropical cyclone 3-day outlook for the Coral Sea shows a low pressure system southeast of the Papua New Guinea mainland. This low is forecast to develop over the next few days whilst slowly drifting southwest. Conditions are expected to become more favourable for development in the coming days, particularly from Saturday onwards. At this stage, the likelihood for a tropical cyclone in the eastern region is now moderate and should continue into next week. For today, very low. Friday increases to a low, then on Saturday, moderate. Repeating, a low pressure system southeast of the Papua New Guinea mainland is forecast to develop. Now we have a look at the satellite imagery for the Solomon Island region. Now this is the Papua New Guinea satellite view, and the low is slowly tracking towards Willis Island, where the Bureau of Meteorology has I think it's an automatic weather station. Now this is the tropical cyclone formation probability guidance, and with all modelling information other than the official sources, caution must be applied. And this has been updated prior to doing this update. Now we have a weak monsoon trough up there in the Arafura Sea, Timor Sea, and I pose this question: are we going to see this monsoon trough across the top end deepening, thus allowing a low pressure system to develop? Now this is 90S back let's see, surface temperature 29 and below. And this is the one, the Cocos Island region. Now, this is one of 3 or 4 models that are indicating a tropical cyclone for the Coral Sea region and the area Mackay up to Cooktown. And you can notice the difference in the 2 models so far. And another model. Now what we will do before we end this update, we'll have a look at the the Bureau of Meteorology's rainfall. Now this is the 12-hourly update, and currently on the screen is today's 12-hour view. Now we come across, we're going to Friday, and keep an eye on the Coral Sea region. For Saturday, note the area in blue to dark blue to purple. For Sunday, Monday, so I'll just go back to Saturday. That's the area. With Sunday, note the two areas in purple. Are we going to see another low or second low? Sunday. Now we switch across to the total forecast, and these are in 2 4-day blocks. This is the first 4 days. Note the dark green, the blue, the pink, the purple, pink. There's the scale there on the right hand side. And this is the second 4-day period. And note, I wouldn't be surprised that the Bureau of Meteorology will issue related watches, warnings. So the area north of Mackay, right up to at least Cooktown. And this is for day 1 to 8. So as the North Queensland, the tropical north, and the far north regions of Queensland. So that's the latest on the developing tropical scene, the western and eastern regions. As mentioned, stay tuned to Force 13's Australia Oceania channel. And before we go, this message.
You can follow Force 13 on any of our many outlets, the website force13.com and its tracker. Of course, we're on YouTube. You're probably watching us there, but if not, there it is. You can also find us on Facebook, search Force 13, all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter, also all in text. You can also add Fool 13 on Skype and add extension 9094 on Discord.